we did. We had a good time. Had a great time with my sisters and hanging out with them. Some of my family members, my brothers, and all them. So it was great. Hope you guys had a good weekend too. Enjoy a little bit of the rain.
Y'all made too much noise while I was sick.
Well, you should have just came downstairs and just watched.
If I was sick, I would go downstairs.
Crawl.
That's some love right there. That's some real love.
We wouldn't let you listen. We wouldn't let you tumble, but you could just crawl real easy. We got you. We could have pulled you.
I heard y'all laughing. I said, I'm missing all the fun.
We did. We had a good time this weekend, though. Just so shout out to my family. We enjoyed seeing y'all this weekend. And today I saw my grandbabies, little Tatum and TJ.
You got grandbabies?
Yes.
Oh.
I know I look
youngish. I have nothing to say. You are my sister. That's all I can say.
Ooh, you better say that bad, Dinah. Ooh, Dinah.
I said you're my sister.
You won't go say that bad, will you?
I don't curse loud.
Well, get it in. Well, guys, my name is Barry Ward. I am one of your co-hosts in here today. Man, I'm going to tell y'all what, though. Before we start talking about everything and stuff, man, I went and played golf today.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Come here walking off still.
Oh, I was, we played 36 holes. Y'all know golf is 18 holes, so we played 2 rounds of it. My boys were killing me. I'm sitting out here, I'm thinking I'm going to warm up. I'm late. They already rolling and stuff. And so they caught me off guard a little bit. So they killing me.
You should have been doing them stretches.
But ask them about the second round.
Oh.
Well, you didn't tell me about it.
Man, we went to work on them.
Did you go to work on them?
Man, I was driving that ball 300 yards and wasn't chipping nothing. I wasn't getting nothing. I was getting it, but I wasn't finishing it. Man, but you know what, man? I tell you what, I love this kind of weather. To me, this is that kind of weather. I get out and play a little golf. We do a little things outside.
Yes,
the summertime got so warm. It got so hot.
Oh, it got hot.
It got
humid
hot.
Oh.
But let me.
Well, at least now we got the nice breeze.
But I got to tell you what happened on the golf course. So I get out there on the golf course. Like I say, they were already gone and stuff. I caught them on hole number 2 or whatever it was, right? So I get out there, and they look at me. They say, "Oh, that's you." They say because they have been seeing me on Facebook on this show, and they say it looked like I was about 400 pounds.
What?
They're like, "Dude, you ain't that big." What? I say, dude, I'm 398 all day.
Not that big. Y'all better stop.
Well, I told him, the cameras put 10 pounds on me. They probably put 40 on me.
Just threw it on you.
Just threw it on my jaws.
They better stop.
I told him, keep him off my jaws, man,
Look at his face. Just look at his face. That's all.
No, I'm not that big.
No, I'm not 400. No, I'm not. I'm 365.
No. We wouldn't do that one.
Yeah, there'd be some issues around here. So, guys, there's a lot that was going on out here. But I'm going to talk about one of the biggest things that happened last week.
Last week.
Okay. Y'all know one of the biggest things that happened last week?
What?
Man, y'all, I'm going to need y'all to stop sleeping. Y'all sleep too much. Y'all sleep too much.
That was you.
Right?
Okay.
I want y'all to tune in every Friday for Wind Down Friday.
Yeah, they make a lot of noise.
Wind Down was off the chain. Oh my God, it was so funny.
Man, we launched a new podcast, man, with these 2 girls. I don't even know their names and stuff.
Whatever.
They kind of like unknown names out here, But they did a phenomenal job, and so I figured we might as well keep them around a little bit.
I know one of them's initials.
What is it?
Sabrina Brown.
That's a whole initial.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, that's what it was.
That's a whole initial. Sabrina Brown.
And the other one is Veronica Ward.
Yeah, they did it, man. Congratulations to my wife and my sister-in-law.
We enjoyed it so much.
Man, they kicked off a new show. They did a video shoot yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
They did a camera shoot yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
They
we
just
laughed. Oh my God,
man.
And we had Sherilyn
and Alpha come through.
Over last night we had the most
Oh my
fun.
God.
Oh my God.
See, I'm supposed to be their cameraman taking pictures for them, but they sitting up here laughing and talking, and I'm like, and I look up, it's 11 o'clock at night. Now they know I gotta go play golf in the morning.
That's okay.
That's why I was tired. That's why I was late.
Whatever. Look, we had fun. We just had to wait till we got our fun.
Yeah, but it was so amazing to see the ladies taking on and stuff, man, on Friday night. So guys, Friday night 9 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Yeah.
Wind Down Fridays. They got some of the craziest topics.
Ooh, I thought it would be juicy.
Oh,
And it's 9 o'clock for a reason.
yeah, it's
Yes.
Oh my
A
God.
mature audiences,
only.
please.
Well, I mean, I was watching and I was listening to a lot of the stuff, and then all of a sudden the phone started ringing after the show was over. Everybody wants to be on the show.
Yes,
And everybody
I'm just
wanna-
like, and it's booking up so fast.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my goodness.
But we gotta, just like, you have to think about when Oprah started, right? When Oprah started out, she didn't let everybody be on the show. You gotta hold some people back.
And everybody, no.
I want our money though.
I ain't say it was Oprah, but somebody called me, Tyler Perry, I'll take a portion of that.
Oh, crazy.
Okay.
I think
I'll
it's
be
something too.
I'll be Oprah, baby. Shoot.
I'll be Tyler, too.
She got a whole TV network. That's okay. I'll be Oprah.
But I mean, some of the topics y'all going to be talking about, I kind of want to dive into them and let somebody, those who wasn't around on Friday night, they got to listen to it.
Yeah.
They're going to have your Wind Down Fridays page coming out. So y'all make sure y'all like and share that page when y'all see it coming out.
Yeah.
We'll be promoting that one sometime tonight or tomorrow because that's where the show is going to be airing at, as well as on your page.
And Sabrina.
Veronica Ward. And so guys, and Sabrina Brown, how did y'all come up with this idea of Wind Down Fridays?
Well, you know what? The main reason is because, we all work hard during the week.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We all work hard during the week, and at the end of that week, on that Friday, we just want to just relax, wind down. We've had a rough week. We don't want no problems. We don't want no issues. Get us a little small drink. And if you're not a drinker, that's okay. You can get a non-alcoholic
Dixon
beverage.
lemonade like me.
Uh-oh. Damn, the bell done rung 5 times.
Anyway. But I'm just saying, then you just want to let. But you know what? Sometimes you're thinking of things that you may want to talk to somebody about.
Yeah.
But you don't really know who to talk to about it. And a lot of times, you may get your sisters like, girl, let's go in the room. I got some stuff I want to tell you.
Right.
What do you think about this or that? Or you may get your girls together. Or guys, y'all get together. Y'all talk about stuff that y'all may not want the ladies to quite.
Well, y'all always asking all the questions and stuff. We be like, can y'all not just be nosy for one time and let let the men just talk? You know, that's my problem.
We cannot not be nosy.
Now the thing is that when women are
serious.
now see like let me see, like what was that last night? It was like all these women in the house and stuff. And so when they talking, I just leave. I leave out. But when men are all talking and the women around, they like, what y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? What y'all say? Who y'all talking about?
Okay, so it's like this. Okay, so when women talk, we're open. We open to
So what you trying to say?
Y'all be closed up.
We be open when we talking to each other.
Okay, so why are y'all open when y'all talk to each other, and then we come to the room, y'all shut down like?
Well, we got to be respectful to our.
Okay, but y'all but keep talking, cause we gonna be like this.
Y'all sure do. Y'all do. Cause when I was in there, and I can't do
but
this.
I'm not gonna lie, because sometimes, ladies, when we're talking, we kind of get to some nitty gritty.
Yeah, and I don't want to be hearing your nitty gritty.
Listen, and our nitty gritty be like nitty gritty. So we're like, oh my God, we better not say that because the guys don't come.
Now you be saying it, we just walk away because we don't want to hear it.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I mean, they started talking about something. I don't even remember what it was, and I was just walking through.
I know.
I was walking through. And I'm like,
women are honest.
I'm like,
It's not about honesty.
They say,
Yeah,
Bad. No, first they say, Bad, what you think? I say, think about what? Is it gonna rain tomorrow? Is the sun out tonight?
No,
Not today, but
listen.
tonight.
And she talking about being secretive. I remember because I was upstairs doing some homework last night, and I come down, and they got quiet all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I said, why they whispering?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what
look
they.
at you. She know I'm telling the truth.
So you already.
I don't remember.
So you already know. So you already know what's going down on Friday nights, man.
Oh, yeah.
9
Right,
p.m.
it
Central.
be good stuff because you know what? We have people. This one guy to my.
I remember.
He's in my. Oh, I'm gonna watch this Wind Down Fridays. But what about Thunderbird Thursdays?
We got you, bro. We got you.
Thunderbird Thursdays.
I love that. Thunderbird Thursday.
I said, oh my God.
I didn't
let
even
me
know
go.
they're gonna bring the Kool-Aid package.
I said, oh
let me see. Let me ask y'all now. I want y'all to be honest. Now, when y'all was in high school,
I didn't drink in high school.
okay, when you was in college,
I didn't drink then.
I said be honest. And the thing is, they both lie.
I didn't drink in high school. I did not.
You did not drink in
See,
high school.
I was in the Air Force.
Ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
I wasn't in college.
Y'all drink all day long.
But you asked
But
the
I
question.
said college age.
No, you didn't.
Okay, college age.
College age.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so y'all never had Thunderbird and Kool-Aid.
Thunderbird,
I'm
no.
not gonna lie, cause my sister, I'm gonna call no name, Darlene, but she told me about these different little drinks to try, and stuff. So I was very, very green, very, I didn't do all that drinking and stuff.
Okay.
But
For a while till later.
Okay, I believe you.
Why you hollering?
see, I'm gonna have to separate y'all two. I already know y'all two gonna have to be separated.
Why you gotta be hollering me?
Well, because why y'all let my wife anyway?
Y'all got too much testosterone up here. That's why we got Wind Down Friday so we can talk.
It's like y'all don't be all hyped. Y'all be
But
hyped
see,
up.
We be hyped, but hey, we know how to talk. We can talk about sex and stuff.
Well, why ladies talking sex to the ladies?
Cause we can.
I don't understand.
You've been
our
watching that show
regular-
too much.
No, I mean, oh, no, I mean, oh, but well, I mean,
What an introduction to
we
a
can do
show.
either or.
Yeah, so every Friday
first time
night
I see it.
at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, we're gonna be doing some Wind Down Friday. Not we.
Grown folks
Not we,
conversation.
them.
Not we,
And listen,
them.
No, listen, guys,
That's
we
yes.
need your opinions as well because some things that we're gonna be talking about now, we're gonna need to know if we think you're right. You know what I'm saying? This one. But anyway, if our opinions of what we think is right, but we will need some guys to kind of give us a little feedback. Say, no, sister, now wait a minute, now, hold on. We it might not be like that.
It's not about
and
you.
give us another
You
opinion.
said it's not about you being right. You said opinion.
I said my opinion might be right.
And you're not yelling at me.
I ain't yelling.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all what. I'm gonna take y'all both out and just have a conversation with y'all.
See, that's why Wind Down Friday. See, I could just talk and they got about fussing at me and hollering,
Well,
testosterone spreading all over the
Can I
table.
ask you a question?
Yeah.
I don't want to know. I was asking if I could ask a question. Was that the yelling?
No, you did good on that one.
Okay.
Appreciate you.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, guys, y'all didn't do the Thunderbird. I know some of my guests out here did some Thunderbird. All y'all good and stuff.
No,
I know
later.
I mean, because I know the pastors are looking at us and all that kind of stuff. There are people all over the
No,
country.
we was grown by then, so we could have did it. But I just didn't do it to after.
Right. Well, I mean,
I know your little tear probably started.
well,
to
no.
trail.
I'm gonna tell you though.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you.
When you started drinking.
Now, I was probably 27. Acting.
Let me move up my lightning
You see me move.
Yeah.
No, I was
Hey, we
probably
both
27
know.
acting. I probably
No.
was when I really started trying to drink or do something. I was probably 15 to 16.
Really?
Yeah, I was probably 15
I
to
was-
16.
I was-
Well, I mean, you have to realize. I mean, the environment that we were around. Because I'm gonna tell y'all something though. My mom would let us drink beer. Right, we were in high school. I remember I was a junior. No, I was a freshman in high school. My brother was probably a senior, and she would let us drink beer. And the reason why was we were trying to pick up weight when we would work out and stuff. But she would only let us do it right at the house and stuff. And so we would drink the beer at the house because it's not illegal to drink it. Your parents can let you drink at home. Did you know that? Even though you're not 21, you do know that, right? Oh yes, you can.
I'm honest. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you can do that. It's
Right.
okay.
My kids were still sneaking.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I snuck some too, but I mean, that beer, I remember telling the story one time that my best friend, right? Rest his soul, he passed away and stuff, but we went into our big store in Lamarck, Zacky's, right? Y'all don't have no Zacky's. We don't either anymore.
But back
That's how
then,
big it is.
But back then, that was
yeah.
big. That was it. They had the video games in there. I would go play my Miss Pac-Man. That's why I had to have a Miss Pac-Man machine at the time. But anyway, we went into the store, right? So you know how you put a jacket around your waist and stuff. So he had a jacket tied around his waist, right? So he goes in, and we ain't had no money. So he put a quart of beer down in the front of his pants and had the jacket wrapped around it.
Oh.
So we go walking out the store, and you know what happened.
Did it bust? What happened?
You got caught.
Y'all got caught with the beer.
We got caught.
What happened? What the man
They said,
say?
"What you got?" They didn't say what's in your pants. We saw you put something there. They tried to check his pockets. He pulled his pocket out. I ain't got nothing. It's all in the front of this bag.
You wasn't going to touch the nerd.
They were
They
scared.
don't touch that
They
boy.
were scared to say the boy was packing.
Oh my God! Well, did they get the? Did he take the beer out?
We got that bill. We was on the move,
Ooh, that's a shame.
looking for some Thunderbird and some Kool-Aid.
Is that what he used to mix it with?
Yeah, you used to mix the Thunderbird and pour the Kool-Aid in there. Oh man, that stuff was
You know
so
what,
cool.
Barry? I'm gonna tell the truth. I just thought about something.
I know you
No,
always.
wait a minute.
I know
Wait a
you be
minute.
lying,
No,
Donnie. Donnie be like. Hold on.
I have to-
Let me tell this before you tell your story. Donnie be like that good old boy. Like I ain't never did that. Oh man,
That's not true.
I'm so nice.
That's not true.
Look at my smile. Show him your smile, Donnie. Show him your smile, Donnie.
I have to think about it. I have to think about it. I got a long way to think, so I have to think about it.
A long way.
It's a long way to think.
I ain't never heard that one. A long way.
Yeah, I got a long way to think back. I said,
Oh Lord!
but I remember this one time. It wasn't Thunderbird. It was that MD 2020.
No, that's
Oh,
it.
Mad Dog
Yeah,
2020.
Mad Dog
Mad Dog
2020.
And I take
My
that
sister-
stuff. I
my
said,
sister
and
told me
I
that
had
too.
that one time. I think I was 16, 17.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I never had it again. I just
Yeah.
didn't like the taste of that stuff.
Mad Dog 2020. MD.
MD. Oh,
Probably Mad
That was
Dog
the
wasn't
very
either.
first medical doctor in the building. I had to have it for medicinal.
Now I do remember tasting that. That was not my thing. I was like a wine cooler kind of a girl. Like when I started
You're
drinking,
still a wine cooler kind of girl.
Yeah.
You do your wine coolers and get that in and stuff.
I drink my little Moscato.
So no Mad Dog 2020. So I want to switch gears a little bit to a little something serious and stuff that we were watching today. A judgment came down in terms of I don't know if it was a civil suit or settlement from the Breonna Taylor case. What's your thoughts on this? You got any thoughts? I know, babe, you follow a lot of this stuff very closely and stuff.
I had kind of mixed emotions about it because I'm glad that the family got something out of it, but I'm still not happy that the officers have not been
Charged yet?
charged with her murder yet. You know what I'm saying? So it was just, I mean, and I don't know if they were thinking, well, at least we're getting something.
Yeah.
Because what if they find them innocent and they don't have anything? I kind of understand it that way, but I guess they still have that, yet to come to see if they go ahead and get. I know that one officer got fired and the other two are on leave. So I pray that for her family's sake that they do get justice behind this. Like, I mean, you just can't go in someone's house when they're trying to sleep and bust in and just shoot them and then just say, oh, well, here go love money to shut you up and don't let you, don't bother us.
Don't bother us, yeah.
That's, that was my first take on it. But, like, again, you don't know what the family's going through.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You don't know, so I just hope they get justice all the way around.
Yeah, and one of the things I'd heard that in the settlement, a lot of times, so like even if I take it back to when Colin Kaepernick settled with the NFL, there was a lot of people that was a little angry, like, oh, that's all he was about was the money. No. There was a lot of money that he lost.
Yes.
And you have to think about this guy was a young guy, charismatic guy who was about to get commercial deals early on because he already hit the team in the playoffs. Right. So he had a lot of opportunity and a lot of upside that was going with him and stuff. And so, when you look at a professional athlete, you can see that dollar amount and you start saying, okay, whatever that dollar amount is, they probably get it. In Breonna Taylor's case, she got $12 million, the largest settlement that they've ever done against the police officers.
Yeah.
And so, and I don't know if I can put a dollar amount on one of my kids being lost to police brutality, but I think some of the things that they did in the settlement that was not really mentioned. That which I really like in I don't know if that was the mayor or somebody who was out speaking about it, but they talked about some of the things that they were implementing, like no longer doing the no knock or changing the way they have to go out and get their warrants. And so for me, that's a victory in many ways to say, changes. Okay, I recognize there's some issues, which everybody's standing up for. The one main factor is that if there's some issues on any side of it, right? We need to stand up and have our voices heard. Everybody needs to have their voices heard in those cases and stuff. And so that was interesting to me to hear that in that settlement wasn't the bottom line wasn't money, but it was if we accept these changes here, and they got a lot of those changes that are in there and stuff. And so I hope they make what those changes were very public, right? Because a lot of other cities can possibly follow that. Without,
Well, if you excuse me, but if you think about it realistically, I don't think any of them is about money.
No.
If you look at all the cases, none of them are really about money.
Oh, no.
We're talking about innocent people getting shot for no reason. The guy that's recently got shot 7 times. For what? I mean, I think one of the things they did mention, training has got to be better. And racial profiling really needs to be changed. That is really bad.
Needs
because
to
it's
be
like
addressed.
if you drive while black, you automatically gonna get shot. That's
sad. I mean, one thing that bothers me, I think the most with a lot of these cases is that once the person is shot or once the person is killed, then people want to go back and bring up their past.
Yeah.
But they didn't know their past before they got killed.
Right.
You want to go dig up some past and dig up some dirt on these people
to justify
that person getting killed. And that's wrong on every level. What that person was doing at the time of his death or her death, what was in the past is in the past.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? You can't just say, oh, okay, well, he shot him because he had a warrant. Okay, well, there's no reason to kill someone. A warrant does not justify taking someone's life. You know what I'm saying? If I got a warrant, take me to jail, but don't shoot me. You know what I'm saying? Let me have my day in court. That's what it's supposed to be about. Not just killing them and you justify what should happen to this person. That's not right.
Yeah.
So that's
anybody trying to be judge and jury and all those things as one person is never a good idea.
Yeah.
No matter how you look at it and stuff. And so I just hope that the basis of what happened will never happen again, and then the fact that the way the settlement went, the way that they asked for certain things to be changed to be a part of it before they would even accept any kind of dollar amount, says that the family was not about just trying to satisfy themselves.
Right. They wanted some real
they wanted
changes.
Real changes
and
stuff
what we
like
need,
that. And it sounds like they're making every attempt to make those changes and stuff. And so all you have to do is get a start with it, right? And then the next piece of it comes in. How are we going to follow through? How are those things are going to be acted? Who's going to be governing over, overseeing those things happening?
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, man, you just want peace.
You know what? What's so crazy to me is that why are people so angry about the unity?
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
Weird.
Why are you so angry about the races locking up and say, hey, let's work together. Mm-hmm. Let's get along better. Let's try to understand each other better.
Yes.
Why are some people so mad about that? That was what America is supposed to be about.
The thing about it is now everything is uncovered. I mean,
it don't pull back the hood.
You can see. So I remember somebody asked me like a couple of years ago. I said, things a little bit better. We can use some help. But looking fast forward, the things that happened in 2020 alone,
man, 2020
it has really made me rethink my entire life. I mean, because sometimes we turn a blind eye to certain things. So, no, it's going to be like that, no big deal. But it's always been a big deal. But we try to get along. You know what I'm saying? We really do.
And it's so crazy. How long are you supposed to do that? But I don't think some people understand truly what it is to walk every day and be in fear of your life just because of your skin. Be in fear of your child dying or your husband dying or sister or whatever just because the color of their skin. Nothing else. Just walking, just jogging, just doing everyday simple things, and somebody sees them and say, you know what? He or she looks suspicious.
Yeah.
Let's go mess with them. Let's go see what they up to. And they could be just walking down the street.
Right.
How would you feel if that happened to your son or daughter or husband? How would you feel?
That'd be tough.
And then, even when they comply, even with their hands up, and that's a lot of people, well, he should have just complied. He should have just... People are dying with their hands up in the air.
Or on the ground.
Or on the ground with their hands out, legs spread apart. I don't have a weapon, and still getting shot.
Yeah.
How do you justify that? He was complying.
Right.
He was doing what he was asked to do. How do you and that's what people are angry about, because still the officers are not getting any type of punishment for those type of instances.
And still it's predominantly black people.
And it's still, and I don't understand how people don't understand what they're trying. It's not Black Lives Matter. Oh, we this big radical, I'm gonna shoot your kids and steal your stuff. No, these people are saying, look at what's happening to this community. And nobody is caring about it. Nobody is trying to help us. And they're reaching out to everybody and saying, will you help us? Do you see what's going on? Would you want to happen to your child?
Right.
And y'all know nowadays, we got a whole lot of mixture going on. We got black and white families and white and Hispanic families. Everybody's mixed.
Yep.
Everybody's mixed. Nobody's better than the other. So why can't we all just get along and support each other and be there for each other and make it happen?
Yeah, you know, one of the things, like, our other co-host, Miss Crystal Turner, just brought up was just the fact of the NDA, non-disclosure agreement, right? And so there's probably a lot of other things that were agreed upon that never be talked about. They'll never be talked about. Things that can't probably. I wanted to bring up this point here because I think it's kind of important to really understand, because you said that most people don't really understand what it is to walk in fear, being a minority, particularly right now, what's going on as an African American. Let's just talk business. Let's talk business, right? And so if I look at this thing here from a business perspective, right, and that when I walk into a corporation, right, most of the head people are white, right? And so neither right nor wrong, right? But if I walk into a building and they got 3,000 people, and there's only 3 blacks, right? I don't fear in my life, right? I don't fear any. I'm going through my day. I'm making a living for my family. And most of the races, the most white people aren't put in that exact same position, right? Because I have to make a choice to make a living for my family.
Right.
Most of them are not going to have to go into a 3,000 company that's all black. Right. It's all black owned.
Right.
And so to feel that uneasiness
right.
that takes place, right? And so we've had to adjust to the way society is ran from a business perspective.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying we don't own businesses and we don't do well in the community, but the majority of them are still owned by white America, right? And that's neither here or there in terms of when we talk about what we have to do when people start talking about buy back the block, right? There are certain things that have to take place in order for that, but being put in that position on a daily basis, right?
Yes.
On a daily basis in the business world, and we're just comfortable, right? And so once we get off, we're thinking we're comfortable. We've been around this all day long at work.
Exactly.
And I get off work and I get stopped. I'm thinking I'm cool, right? I think everything should be good because I've been around other races. I've been around white people all day long. I shouldn't have an issue because of the color of my skin.
Right.
And then when it gets to that point and it becomes an issue, then that becomes a real problem long term. That's the real issue that happens is that we're put in positions that we have to adjust and we have to adapt, but not everybody else have to adjust and adapt.
minority, black and brown people have to adapt to a white world. I'm just being real, y'all. That's just how it's always been.
Oh, it is.
But a white world has never had to adapt to black or brown people. Never, because they're like, it's our world. You adapt to us. We don't have to adapt to you. So if you stumble, you fall, you get killed, you struggle, you whatever, that's on y'all. Y'all figure it out. That's not our problem.
Yeah, that's how it was.
That's how it is. It's not, to them, what we go through is not their problem. And they don't want to fool with it. They don't want to deal with it. They don't want it around them.
Right.
You know, no matter what the struggles are.
And that's what I saw originally, you know, as growing up and stuff.
Yeah.
But with the protests that are going on right now, man, it's like, it's everybody out there. They're sick and tired of some of the stuff that's going on.
Right.
You know, and it's like, you know, sometimes something dramatic has to happen, which has been happening over and over, but for whatever reason, something connected. You know, the Breonna Taylor connected with them. The Floyd connected with them. You know, those type of things that connect, but they never really connected with Trayvon Martin. They didn't connect with Trayvon Martin.
But right? You know what? I'm going to say this, and I'm sorry, but I'll say, if they would have convicted, what's that joker name? They killed Trayvon Martin. The man they killed, if they would have convicted George Zimmerman, whatever, if they would have convicted him, a lot of the stuff may have not went up. I don't know, because that stand the ground law in Florida, I think that is just bull crap. Because that's like anybody can come to anybody and say, well, I don't like what you're doing. Pow, stand the ground.
That's the problem.
I win, you die. I go home and eat dinner.
Yeah.
That's wrong. Right. I cannot believe they even have that going on.
Man, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? That's just crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I want to read one of the comments that one of our listeners just put in, Miss Tammy Gary. She said, I was told by a white female friend of mine who is from Santa Fe that they were taught from childhood that they are the superior race. Now, we as blacks are entrepreneurs, educated and moving up. We are no longer being silent to abuse and being mistreated. Never would I have thought I would live to see a black president in the United States. And that's a true statement. She said, we stepped out of place as black people. And you think about that, right?
Yeah.
We stepped out of place in terms of where we were supposed to be. We were never supposed to go to that supreme level of being at the top. Right? And so everything went right back to what we were fighting for back in the 60s.
Exactly.
Everything went right back there because like, oh my God, they taking over. They want control. No, it was never about control. It was all of equality. It's always been about equality. And so when you look at that,
they understand that. But some people, just like you, can't be my equal.
Right.
Because I've been taught all my life that I'm superior than you.
Right.
So how can you be equal to me? Oh, no, that can't happen. We must fight.
Right.
We must keep 45
just know your place.
on behind in there to keep fighting for us, which is wrong to treat people. How do you think if something were to happen to someone in your family and you're superior and you need blood, if you need a heart or kidneys, do you think they'll go out there and check what color that kidney came from?
Yeah, no, not at all.
If it's gonna save your family, would it your family member, would it matter to you? You want your family member to live. Give me a kidney. Give me a heart.
Give me whatever it is.
What color it came from.
Right. And then once you get a heart from a person of a different color, you will be mad and say, get it back?
Yeah.
Hell, what you gonna do?
I'm gonna need that. Right
I'm gonna need that.
I'm gonna need that.
I'm gonna keep up.
You know, you go with me today. I'm gonna need that right there.
I love black today. Listen, I'm telling you because people have to understand it's just different pigmentation in your skin.
Yeah, we all understand because I mean she continues to say something on here that's really interesting as well. Tammy continues to say we'll no longer stand in our place as they're used to. This next statement is so real. She said Trump helped to bring the worst out in what they were feeling all along.
You know that was in the news the other day.
Yeah,
but they've been saying that.
I mean, it doesn't matter if you're a Trump supporter or not, right? At the end of the day, as a president, it's about uniting. It is not about exciting or what is that word?
Dividing.
Definitely dividing, but it's inciting. It's almost as if somebody's like, I'm inciting a riot.
Yes.
Right? I wanna bump it up.
Hate and division with the and you as a president.
Yeah.
That's not what you're there for.
Right.
People didn't vote you in to divide people and get them killed and all that. No, you're supposed to say, look, put the guns down. We're gonna talk about this as a nation. We gotta come together. We're stronger together.
Right.
But no, you want to say, no, this side over here is a good one. And all these over here are bad, and all Democrats are bad. What kind of president does that to his country?
Right, and that's the hardest part
about unity.
Yeah, and that's the hardest part about it all and stuff. It's like it doesn't matter what side of the fence you fall upon. If you're on the Republican side or the Democrat side, right? The end of the day is that if there is an issue going on, there needs to be a resolution, right? And so when resolution comes about, it is not about somebody saying I have to remain superior. Because I'm going to take this out of race, right? I'm going to take this conversation all the way away from race, right? I'm going to talk about man versus woman, right? And so we have always been taught, it's just the same as whites. Some whites say they were taught that they were superior, right? It has always been taught in the Bible. They talk about man follows woman, and some people get that twisted, right? Like if I tell you to do it, you better do it, right? And it is not like that.
Submission,
right? Right, you know, and we feel like that, you know, whatever we say and how we say it and when we say it, do as I say, not as I do. All of those things are all about. It doesn't apply to us. It's just about you. You don't tell me what to do, right? You don't tell me I'm the man. You can't tell me nothing. But
you got that trash.
Yeah, right. Right. But you can't. But now when it comes down to equality, you can't tell me, well, you know, that's trash your duty. I mean, we all have roles, right? But we can always cross those roles. I may wash a dish or two every now and then, but my wife, she don't mind doing that, and I don't mind taking out the trash. My wife don't mind putting the trash together, put it on the side, and you go get it, take it out.
I mind.
I knew that was
coming. Hey, what's happening?
But it has to be equal.
Yeah.
Like not one person doesn't do everything.
No, that's
and
right.
just like with America, one group of people shouldn't be superior to everybody. Everybody is equal, and the sooner people realize that, the better America will be. Right now, y'all, I promise, if I can pick up my whole family and all my friends and get up out of America for a while until 45 go somewhere, I would do it in a heartbeat. I would, because it's just the division and so much hatred and all that stuff. They're so ugly.
Yeah,
and we got people of all colors in our family. I'm telling all colors.
It's very blended.
Very blended.
Our family is definitely blended. So I love it.
And that's what I think America is about. It's just a big blended family. But some people don't want to be family with you no more.
Right. Well, I don't want to be family member with some of my family members. You know who you are.
You're so bad.
but that's just a comment. I'm just playing. Nah. You know, you always got that one family member. You're like, hey, you really my family? Are we really related?
So you sure?
I gotta talk to you tomorrow. Nah.
Check that Dana.
Yeah, let me check that Dana. Nah, guys. I mean, hey, what's up, Derek? Hey, Tammy, thank you. Hey, Yolanda, what's going on, cuz? Appreciate it, guys. Hey, what's going on, Alpha? She said y'all look bright.
Do we look bright, girl? Do we look sparkly?
Yeah, you know, we gotta thank Miss
Insa Dixon.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the shirt.
Yeah,
made to make it.
Made to make it, baby. That's
made to make it.
Made to make it. Yes. Miss Insa Dixon. So thank you so much.
Man, but you know, guys, you know, we're talking about all this stuff, and I know sometimes, like, you know what's so crazy? It's like when we do our show, right? Our show is broadcast out, and we can get to 16 to 20,000 plus people, all that kind of stuff there. But anytime we talk about anything like this, they won't let my stuff get out. They won't let it get out. They will shut it down. We'll be down to 1,000 or something like that, but they will not let it push out. And so I say that to say this, is that change can start taking place. But until we start getting into positions of equal power, then we will always be defenseless. Because, and let me explain. the NFL, right? They're doing all these PA announcements. They show Colin Kaepernick in, and they got in the back of it Black Lives Matter. They got all them to do liberty things, right? But if you understand the true nature of business, right, they have to do something to show face.
Yeah.
Right? But to get to the nitty-gritty of it, right, in terms of them kneeling or anything else, it's really still
touchy. Like,
it's like,
you gotta kneel, like, why you going?
Right. You know, like Master says, you still need to stand up, right? And so, like, for me, I have to say this here because I know this here, I just know they're gonna shut down in terms of how far I can get this out, but I have to say it because it's on my heart, right? Because see, I'm a Tennessee Titan fan. Right, I've been a Tennessee because I was a Houston Oiler. All that, everybody know I'm a Tennessee Titan diehard. Right, my second team is the Dallas Cowboys. Right, I love the Dallas Cowboys, but I have to be really honest with you. I wish they lose every game they play. I really do, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because see, when I listen to a Jerry Jones, right, when I listen to people like that, that's supremacy, that supremacy,
that superior
mindset, and that because I make so much money, I can make every decision about an individual's life and their choices. And to me, I cannot stand it.
Yeah.
And for me, I honestly wish they lose every game. I like them, but I wish they lose every game, and I'm okay. You know, when your team used to lose, you used to be so just hurt and sad. I don't care anymore. I don't care. I mean,
it's the principle.
Yes,
it's the principle of it. So
Yeah.
you dog those poor players out. I'm telling them before, if you kneel, you get fired.
Yeah.
What kind of mess is that? But now all of a sudden, oh no, well, you don't kneel, just kind of squat a little bit.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Kind of bend over some.
Lean your head to the side.
Lean over, yeah, lock on.
Put your head down. Yeah. Boy, put the head.
Look,
put the head down.
wink twice.
Yeah.
Wink twice. You know.
Like
but,
do something like you know I'm with you. You know.
Yeah, but it's
Don't
like,
do a black power sign.
Yeah, don't do that. It's too much. It make me look bad. You know.
You went too far. I told all y'all gonna be fired.
I'm Jerry Jones now. And see, that's one thing. If you gonna be like, I thought he had they back that one year. He kneeled down with them. I was like, yes, Jerry get it. He get it. Then that joker said y'all can be fired if y'all kneel. Well, you just kneel.
He kneeled. He said, okay, I kneel with y'all, then y'all can kneel. When I say y'all can kneel, y'all kneel. And they kneeled with him. I'd have stood up then. I'm just saying for a friend. You know how bad.
Because it's that mentality of I'm controlling you. It's that control. And that's what's so bad. It's like people can, when you go to your job, you control because they got your money to feed your babies and your family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you on the streets, you control.
Right.
Even if you're doing the right things, you're not disobeying the laws or anything. And if you're trying your best just to be cool and let me just make it home, you still can be controlled. You still can be bullied.
Yeah.
And that's what's so hurtful. And that's what people don't understand. Like minorities are just not treated equally. That is what the outcry is about.
Yeah.
And if people understand it, why ain't they treated equally? Do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But those are the people still stuck back in those days of the, the 40s, 50s, 60s. They need to go on.
The problem is it's easy to say when it ain't happening to you.
Yeah, when it's not that. But see, I'm just saying.
Oh my God. Oh my God, man! Guys, we on a Talk About It Tuesday with Team BOC. Y'all know we be all up in
the building.
Man, I tell you, Derek talking about Steeler Nation. Now, Derek, don't start no trouble.
Right, Derek. Hey, Derek, I got you, boo. I got family in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm still a
I
fan
love
too.
your family in Pittsburgh, but it ain't about the Pittsburgh. Still, it's about the Tennessee Titans.
Whatever. I like Pittsburgh too. Hey, my Pittsburgh family.
So we talked about, a lot of the racism, a lot of the different things here. We talked about sexism. Is what was wrong? Y'all listen now, because I need to know what was wrong. This is serious.
He's setting it up.
Sometimes, sometimes I'm just saying, sometimes when the things are serious, you just have to understand, right?
Okay.
What was wrong with Donnie Jerome because he was out last week.
Leave my Gristle alone.
I don't know what it was, Donnie. I just saw you running around doing stuff, and then when it came to the show, you're like, "Oh, I ain't gonna be able to make the show today." What was going on, Donnie?
His gristle was broke. Okay, we're good.
Oh, I thought maybe
This back him. This thing back here in the back.
I've been on medication all week long.
Oh, you haven't.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, Donnie.
He wasn't faking. He was really sick for real.
I thought you were calling in sick, faking.
All you do
As if you get paid to be on.
I know. I was like, where's my paycheck? If I was saying 5 words, where's my paycheck?
That check now.
And somebody said you talked about me too. I heard.
I said a lot of great things about
you.
you.
Didn't.
Oh, I
You
did.
didn't.
I said, I'm lost without my brother.
No, you. Lie number 1.
I said, I don't really know if we can continue the show.
Lie number 2.
I said, well, baby, I think we need to shut down right now.
Lie.
And let Donnie come out.
I was in bad shape.
You know he missed it.
Oh, yeah.
Donnie was on that medication. Donnie was in. He was in.
I
that
could
state.
barely walk.
Dreamland.
That's why y'all don't understand. That's why I wanted him to come out. He'd be like, he was talking loopy. I'm like, oh yeah, he could tell everything.
Yeah, he was gone.
You know, Daddy be over there be all reserved, like, well, when I was in high school, I never ever drunk anything.
You asked me then,
I
told you
never
everything.
ever smoked anything. Oh yeah, by the way, I did drink something. He got about it 2 weeks later.
I'm so glad he feeling better because
I am too.
that medicine had him just like he
Oh,
was
my
like
God.
out of it for real.
You ever be around somebody and they had some medicine and they just talking crazy? One of my daughter-in-law's, Tony, she was on live and she just came from the dentist's office.
Oh, man.
Have mercy! Oh my God, she was so messed
Oh my
up.
God! Man, have you ever felt that kind of a feeling before?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Was it from the doctor's office? Y'all
Yeah.
gonna say yes.
How do you feel?
I can say yes.
Yeah, because you were like that last week.
Exactly.
Yeah, that
Oh,
doctor
yeah.
had you. So when you start thinking about what you can do to start being a better person, what can you do? Because I asked that question because I just switched subjects real quick because it made me think about all the negativity and everything that's bad that's going on. What can we do to be more uplifting? What can we do as a nation or as a race?
Oh wow.
Or anything? I mean, there's like what can we individually do or collectively do, or what needs to happen?
I think people need to truly sit down and try to understand the other person's view, because we only know our view.
Yeah.
We don't truly know what other people have been
Yes.
taught and why they were taught that way and stuff like that. We don't know why they feel like they have to be better. We don't know, but it would be good for people just to sit down and
not
talk
judge.
and not judge.
And not judge.
Just talk.
That's the main
But
thing, not judge.
some people are just not even willing to even do that.
Yeah.
But I saw this thing on Facebook about, it was a group of white men and women, and they were praying. They were praying, and they were asking forgiveness. And standing in front of them was about, I'm going to say maybe about 30 black men and women. And they were praying, and they were asking God to forgive them for any type of hate and any type of negativity that they ever felt towards the black people. And the black people just up there just crying.
Yeah.
And it was just a beautiful thing, because I know after that moment there was going to be some love. You know what I'm saying? There was going to be, that barrier was broken.
Yeah.
So at least that small group can start something, and maybe, even sharing on the Facebook can make people maybe realize some things.
Right.
And not all people are going to change their stripes. Some of them just going to hate till the day they die. No matter what you try to say to them or whatever, it's just ingrained in them that bad. But there are some people that will eventually, we pray, will see that, they're no better than anyone else.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't judge people, by
I'm gonna ask you. Go ahead, Donnie. Go ahead.
I hope they get prayed from the sickness that they have mentally, because
it's
got to be.
severe.
We have a choice to think. In most cases, the way we want to think.
Yeah.
In spite of some of the things, in spite of things we've been told. Look at us, and we're not even talking about race. We're just talking about upbringing. The way we was upbringing. Our parents told us to do a lot of things, and we didn't do it. But we look back now and say, man, I see what they were trying to teach me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just simple. It's just as simple as that. But we make it complex by our peers and the news, the media, and the world around us helps shape and mold us. And a lot of times it's not the right way. But we need to sometimes get by ourselves. And I said it because I know when I was down last week, I had a lot of thinking time.
Too much time. Dangerous. They're dangerous.
I tell you what. But for me, I did a lot of prayer. I said, Lord, look at my life. What am I doing? Where I'm trying to go? What am I? And I said, look at the world. Look at 2020. All these thoughts just hitting me all at once. And 2020 is, and like they said, for me, it is the most horrendous year I've ever lived on this earth so far. But I'm still grateful. I'm still thankful. But as far as living in the world the way it is, and so much going on, there's so much evil and unrest, it's just horrible.
Yeah.
And we can still find the good in it.
Oh, absolutely.
But at the end of the day, it's still so much stuff that people just won't let go.
Well, one of the good things, I know everything about it is really bad. I'm going to tell you one of the good things, because this is something I've been thinking about, is that we got away from doing exactly what we're doing right now. Your mom always told you, wash your hands for 20 seconds, right? Wash your hands before you eat. What you're doing in the kitchen. Get out the kitchen until you wash your hands, right? All those simple things right now. And so sometimes certain things take us back to our roots, right? And so when something takes you back to your roots, anything you've ever done in your life, right?
Yeah.
Anything that ever come back around to you and they say, you know what, man? Like when I play golf, right? And I was like, dang, man. I remember I used to do this and that. And so I have to go back to what I knew, my basics, right? And so all it's doing is giving us a hell of a restart, right? It's giving us a restart. And many people, man, it's like, if you've never been on the side of struggle, you're not going to find the other side, right? But if you find a way to struggle through this and make it, you'll be able to deal with anything, right? And so sometimes you need these tests or these life situations in order to change your level so that you can level up, right? So many people have been so complacent, as we talk about from a business perspective, right? As we talk about people growing and being able to get to the next level, and they're like, well, I'm good. My job is great. Well, when your job says you can't come in, and then they finally say, oh, wait, okay, I'm going to let you work from home, your whole life turned upside down. And so it's
2020.
It's eye-opening in so many ways, and I hope people don't just dwell on those things that were negative, but those things that they can change about what they're doing in their lives, so that when it comes around, any life situation comes around again, they're already prepared.
Right. Yeah,
they're already prepared.
Yeah,
and so that was the crazy part to me, is just understanding how people can come through this.
Yeah, I just hope that people just can get a better understanding of people.
Yeah,
just people that are not like you. Learn a little more about different cultures and stuff like that, and even pay it forward sometime. Do a good deed for somebody. Do a good deed for a family, or for a friend, or for a stranger. Even.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Just one good gesture to one family. You know what I mean? You just never know what that could do to change a person.
Oh yeah. Well, guys, before we go any further, I want to say hello to some of the people who joined us on our cast here, man. We're actually trying to get this thing going. We got Tracy James out here. We got our co-host, Miss Crystal Turner.
What's up,
Stanley Mills. What's up, Stanley? Is the credit guru.
What's up?
We're doing this thing. What's happening, Patrick Francis, Darlene Willoughby, Waukesha Curry, Marcus Gary. What's happening? Cousin, I always mess her name up.
Jolene.
Jolene. Oh, see, that's it. Jolene, I got that. Girl, just break that down for me. I got it. My cousin Londa on the line here. Tyrone Bali all up in the building. Tyrone, we was talking about you today on the golf course, man. What's happening? Roderick Bell, Derek Jones on here, Frederick Rogers. What's happening out there? Alpha, Everett Jolette. Daryl, what's up? Daryl, Orchie, all up in the building. Miss Tammy, Gary, I appreciate the comment. Man, guys, we're just trying to be here, guys. We do this thing here on every Tuesday night. But if y'all see in our bottom comments here, highlighted in the gold, we're talking about Tune In Friday. At 9 p.m.
Friday.
9 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's going to be on Veronica Ward page. And we're going to have a Wind Down Fridays page coming out here tonight and first thing tomorrow. I'll be sending y'all links. Make sure y'all join. Man, this is women talk. Grown folk women talking.
This ain't no teenage stuff. Maybe this is grown folk stuff. Okay? Grown men, grown women. So just cause we hosting don't mean the men can't join in. So I would love to hear your input.
Yeah, man, y'all gotta stand up for us, man, because they ain't man bashing. So don't even get that twisted.
No, we're not gonna man bashing.
So I told my wife I'm out on that. I'm out on that one. You can say one or two bad things about me, but be easy.
He's a little sensitive.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna be talking about.
No, it's not that kind of
my
stuff.
situation. We just be talking in general.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of times when we're talking on here, we always talk general and stuff, and we always try to bring something home. I have certain stories and stuff like that, like y'all used to have these stories.
Yeah.
But in your childhood, I have to ask this question. I know this is probably a pretty serious question to ask because in your childhood, were you ever taught racism?
Ooh.
I was shown racism because we were called the N-word when we would try to walk to school. We were called the N-word when we were trying to walk to the store. We had rocks thrown at us and stuff like that. And most time if it was just a small group of us, we just had to run home. We had to run where we were going because it'd be a mob of these little kids trying to attack us. But then we got smart. We got all our cousins. Hey, let's roll. So every time we went somewhere, we never went with just one or two. It would be all of us.
Right.
So we walking down the street then going to go get those little cupsicles or candy or whatever. We wouldn't worry about nobody messing with us or jumping us or anything because we about 10, 12 deep. Like, what'd you say?
You want to mess with me?
We get the windmilling up in there.
You don't want to mess with me, right?
But that was weird because, like, my mother, like, we lived, like, in Oklahoma we traveled when we were growing up. Like, we lived in Florida, lived in Alabama, we lived in Oklahoma, we lived in El Paso. We just kind of lived all over. So we experienced all different cultures. You know what I'm saying? But it was the hardest for us, I think, that we experienced was more south, more the southern states. But I didn't experience it as much, and I went out to El Paso and places like that.
Yeah, and how about you, Donnie?
I didn't go to El Paso.
But did you go to Florida or Oklahoma? Anywhere else? I'm just asking for a friend. I'm just asking about your experience growing up. That you were taught racism.
We were never taught that.
I mean, I know it's easy for people to say, "Oh no, I was never taught it." I know I was never taught it.
But some people really were.
Yeah, some people were. Yeah.
I wasn't taught racism, but what I got to tell you this story. I got one for you, Barry.
Oh, so, hold on. Let me set this up. So Donnie got this story that he needs to tell us, right? Are y'all ready for
it? It changed the direction of my life. So when that happened, I mean, it was life changing for me.
Let's hear Donnie.
Because I didn't know. When you're a kid. You don't know black, white. You just don't know in most cases.
Yeah.
And I was in a grocery store with my mom one time. It was a Tom Thumb store in the Metroplex in Dallas. And I'm just being a kid, do what I do. And I said, "Mom, look at the white man." Pow! So don't you ever do that to. So I learned at an early age you don't call people white, black, green, or purple.
Yeah. Yeah.
But my mama, she told me later about the race thing, and I was kind of young, and I didn't understand it then. But as time went on, I remember, like I said, I'd never forget
that pop.
Yeah. That pop held you down.
Yeah, because, I got to go back and tell the truth. But anyway, this is back in the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yes.
Damn.
Shut up, Barry. So let me give you a story. So doing that back then and getting hit in the mouth because you're gonna call somebody white, and back then we were a bunch of N-words back then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I didn't understand then, but she was trying to save me from myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But every time that happens, I was like, man, that's the only thing I
mean, it was weird. You just walk and you don't think about stuff
especially
like
as a kid. You don't
and
know.
you're a kid and people throwing rocks at you and calling you names. And you just don't. You don't even. You're like, what in the what? You don't even think about that because you in our world, they're just people. You're a child. You don't think they're just people.
Yeah.
But then in their world, they're taught early on not to like you because you're not the same complexion.
Right.
Let me tell you, I got one more good one.
Oh, Donnie on the roll. Get him, Donnie. Get him,
you like to laugh at me. I'm giving you something to laugh at. This gonna laugh, but it pissed me off at the same time. And I was about 15, 16 by then. Mm-hmm. And I was in a grocery store. No, not a grocery store. It was a what do you call it? CVS drugstore. I was at a drugstore, and I was standing in line to be waited on. And there's this white lady and her kid. I'm minding my own business, just waiting so I can go back to work because I worked at a little store next door. Mm-hmm. And the little kid say, "Mommy, look at the monkey." And I looked around.
I was like, "Who the hell you talking to?"
If I could turn red, beat red, I was red. I was ready to fight.
How old was the little boy? Was he fighting?
I don't know, but I was 15. I was feeling myself.
How old was he?
But he was taught that.
Yeah.
He was taught that.
Yeah.
No, little Jerry. No, don't say that.
Jerry, don't say that in public now.
Yeah.
Mommy, look at the monkey.
But you know what? On TV, she done said they important on TV, or they said that around other.
Oh yeah.
They taught that to that little boy. Because how else would he know to say something like that?
And in school, they was trying to teach us evolution. I never liked it. I knew it was wrong then, but they still was trying to teach it evolution.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot of things that we come across and stuff. I mean, like for me growing up, I didn't really understand racism and stuff because for me, I was just so bad I wasn't even thinking about it. No, honestly, I wasn't really thinking about nobody else at that point. Right. I was just thinking about what else can I do bad? What else can I do? Because like for me, like I was really smart, but for me, it was like, what else can I get into? I'm gonna be mischievous. I'm doing this and that there and stuff, and so I never really thought about racism. And like somebody said on here, I think it was Crystal, like my first really understanding of racism was Rodney King, right?
Yeah,
Rodney King, because I think it started a lot of this police brutality stuff, right? But it was my first eye opener because I felt like I was sheltered because my majority of my neighborhood was black, right? Most of my friends were black, right? I have some white friends and stuff, but I never thought about it as a black and white.
Yeah.
And so really, when I really started saying, man, there's really a lot going on. Is at that point there
that you don't
because you don't really you don't really understand racism until you get older. Really, you don't really understand those times that your mom wouldn't let you go to places. She wouldn't let you go because she didn't want you to be in a uncomfortable position.
Yeah. She was trying to protect
you. She was being protective, right? Exactly. And we're mad and we're like, oh, I want to go. Don't do this, don't do that and stuff. Is because she was protecting us from a lot of that stuff.
Right.
So we wasn't taught racism. It wasn't an open subject in our household.
There's no dialogue about it.
And that's the difference now.
Now
right? That's why you see so many youth that are out there marching and everything else is because it's being seen.
Yeah.
It's being seen more. It may not even be taught at home, but there's so many media outlets right now that opens up the dialogue and gives people one-sided views.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of times the media can skew something unless a person is educated enough to go find out all of the real things. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's like you go to school, right? And you're like, why did I have to find a reference? Why did I have to put this reference at the bottom of the page, right? When I write this report, why did I have to put that reference, right? Because that reference is going to be that thing that says, validates that in which you said, right? Yeah. The reason why you're saying what you're saying because this reference says that. Well, our references today is all about what the media shoots.
Yeah,
right, and then they frame, right, and they frame that story for you, right, and so now we have cameras, right? We have cameras, and our cameras are rolling, and so now the stories are being told from our side, and our perspective was never shown. Very rarely was our perspective shown. You see a lot of it now because we're actually speaking up with our phones. Yeah. We're speaking up with technology.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? So that's how the evolution of where we are today came from. It was because of everything that is happening with technology.
Yeah.
You know, this stuff will be happening. It's been happening for years.
But like you said, in some people's eyes, African American people were never supposed to evolve the way that they have.
Yeah.
They were never, in their minds, supposed to get this far.
Yeah.
They're supposed to stay a certain level.
Yeah, that was great from Tammy. Yeah, that was a great point. Yeah.
And then some people are mad.
Yeah.
That they've gotten further than what they supposed to in their eyes, you know.
And here's the biggest thing is that here's why I like Tyler Perry. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I like Tyler Perry because a lot of times, because people get into positions where they start making more money, they feel like racism, sexism, none of those things pertain to them. They are above all of that until it hits home. Until it hits home, and so you lose sight. Right? You have to always be mindful of being grounded.
Yes.
Right? And when you're grounded, there's absolutely no focus being lost on what the true goal is unity and everybody working together, but being able to leave your house in the morning and return in the evening. That's sad when that's the only goal that you have. Right. Not everybody have that goal.
Right.
Right? Because they're not worried about it. They can live their life how they want to. But when your main goal is, as an African American, is to make sure when you leave in the morning, you can come home at night. Dude, that's deep.
That's deep.
That's deep.
People they don't understand that.
Yeah.
They don't understand that. And you don't have to do anything for that to happen.
Yeah.
You could just be you.
Be you.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I love what you said about Tyler Perry because no matter what, and he said, you don't think that I've been judged? Shoot. You don't think that people look at me sideways? You don't think I done tried in Hollywood and try to hold me back? He said, I didn't give a damn. I just kept on pushing. And now I had to think outside the box to do things that's never been done.
Right.
And we as a people, that's how we have to think. Start thinking of things that's never been done.
Right.
Put your stamp on it. Have something new, different that nobody else has.
Yeah.
You know?
I love it, man. This has been a great show. I mean,
I love it.
We talk about it Tuesdays and stuff, man. But guys, we just talk about some real topics and stuff like that. This is one of those ones that I know how Facebook is. I know they're reviewing it right now and stuff, that they won't let me get it out there to several thousands of people. But word of mouth is powerful.
Yes.
Right?
If y'all could just share our video.
Yeah, just share it. I mean, guys, it's amazing how many lives that we can actually impact by being involved.
Yeah.
Not on the sideline, but being involved in so many different ways. And maybe you're not that forefront person. You're not that person that's going to be walking down in downtown, walking the streets and stuff, right? But you may be that person that can write, right? And that you can turn around and send messages in, send word in, or develop certain things. Or you may be that marketing person that may be able to put together a package in order for us to market what it is that you're doing. And there's so many levels that we can get in. Leveling up is not always about leveling up with money. You can level up in your society. You can level up in your race. You can level up in your lifestyle. You can level up in your religion. But you just have to level up by doing something. Do something. Stop sitting still.
Woo,
right?
Don't sit still,
if you're sitting still, ain't nothing happening. Do you understand that? But yet you're complaining. Right? You can't complain and not do nothing. You cannot. That is not the way things happen. That is not how you move it.
And y'all know, November is coming.
Yeah.
I don't care what we do. I don't care if we crawl, walk, skip, jump rope, or whatever. We got to get to those polls. We have to vote.
Put your vote in. Make it count.
Please vote, y'all. It is so important. I'm telling you, please vote.
Yep. We're doing a registration party.
Yeah, if you can go.
I know that's right. Have a registration party.
We're doing a registration party. I'm going to make sure everybody registered. If you ain't registered, you can't come in.
Yeah, right. You're going to get registered at the door.
We're doing a registration party. I remember, I wish God, dog, man. We out of time. I can't even talk about this. I'm going to have to say this to the next week. But, guys, I do want to say to y'all, guys, y'all make sure on Friday. I know my wife's gonna talk about it, man, but on Friday, tune in, guys. Wind Down Friday. Y'all. Man, I'm promoting this here because I know the stuff that they're talking about. It's needed, right? Because there's so many women out there who want to talk about things or need to hear it. Yeah. Hear certain things that their voices aren't heard. Yeah. Right? And so that's why it's so much buzz. And I mean, literally, guys, when I tell you she had 100 plus people who inboxed her after the show, who called her and talking about, can I get on? What's going on? But here's the biggest thing they were doing, and which was really cool to me. They were sending all these other topics. When you talk about this, you talk about this, so that's way cool, right?
I got pages and pages and pages of topics that people have sent to me because they want to hear about it. No one's talking about it.
But they had the best topic of all, Thunderbird Thursday.
I forgot the young man's name. He's about what about Thunderbird Thursday? Listen, we just post some Thunderbird on Friday. How about that?
Yeah. Well, guys, we got to wrap it up here, guys. I'm going to let everybody do their shout-outs here before we get out of here. We're a little bit over time and stuff. I'm going to have to do some editing down, but it's all good.
Hello, America. Thank you once again for tuning in to us. And today was really a serious topic all the way around, and we really appreciate your ears. We try to bring to you some facts and figures and life experiences, and hopefully open up your eyes about some things going on in our world. But at the end of the day, can't nothing beat God. So make sure you pray. And I want to say personally that if I've ever hurt anybody or did you any kind of wrong, I want to say thank you today, because tomorrow's not promised. But I'm gonna leave you with that and pass it to my sister.
Wait a minute, you gonna thank them today for doing them wrong?
I'm sorry. I
said apologize.
Oh. You said thank you.
You said thank you. You said I want to thank y'all for letting me do y'all wrong.
See, it's the medication. It's the medication.
No more medicine for you. He meant to say he apologized.
I apologize. But if I did anything, I said if I did anything wrong.
You said that, but then you said I want to thank y'all for letting me do y'all wrong. I mean, from the bottom of my heart. From the depths and the souls of my heart, I want to thank y'all for letting me do y'all wrong.
I meant
I know what he meant.
Yeah. Don't charge it to my heart.
Don't charge it to my heart, please, Lord.
I got residue still in me.
He's still trying to get over it.
Yes. So thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. We appreciate all the comments. We thank y'all for tuning in, y'all. It's so important that we stay connected with you guys and listen to your inputs and stuff like that. And what we say is from the heart, you know. And I just want to shout out to all of you guys. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. Sprinkles and rainbows and hugs and kisses and all that kind of good stuff. To my boys and my daughter-in-law, my mom, my brothers and sisters, and all my family across the country. We love you guys. And to my husband.
Yes, to your husband. Yeah. Yeah, guys, on my final thing out here, I just want y'all to know, guys, when we talk about these things, we're not scripted out. We're talking about them. We may have a topic, and then we go from the heart, right?
Yeah.
And so when you hear us laughing and playing around and stuff, sometimes we have to laugh to keep from just crying.
Yeah.
Right? And so when you can laugh and not cry behind terrible situations, is that it builds the character within you so that you can take that next level. We were talking about leveling up. I mean, one of the things that I'm really proud of is that, you know, I love watching my wife work, right? Because I'm not talking about doing the dishes or nothing like that. I mean, I love watching my wife's mind work and how she puts things together, right? And so when she was coming up with the concept, her and Sabrina was coming up with this concept for Wind Down Fridays, it just made me think like, oh my God, this is like the next level of stuff. Like, so she's leveling up, right? So you're proud of your spouse for leveling up in ways that you're thinking like, okay, what you got going on? What you gonna do? What you got? Oh, I want to do my own show. I say, okay, you got it, girl. Do. Right? So, you know, you just start seeing growth, and you start seeing, like, it's not like I want to do my... Here's the thing. I'm kind of getting choked up about this because she said, it's like, it's not about me doing another show, right? That was never the feeling. It was about me connecting with the ladies all the way, right? But the crazy part about it, men, I'm going to tell you, men, much as it troubles me, I'm just kidding. But men used to tune in Because if you learn that, and this is real talk, right? Because this is where my wife got me to marry her. I ain't never tell y'all the story, but I'm going to tell y'all the story before I go, right? My wife got me to marry her because she said, baby, I know you've been through some things, right? I know you didn't ever want to get married again. I know this and that, right? But can you just listen to what I want? I was like, whoa, right? So when she's saying that, she started talking about things that make her happy, right? And a lot of times a woman will tell us what makes them happy, but for us stubborn ass men, we're going to say, I know how to make you happy. You don't tell me how to make you happy.
That's
right?
the problem.
When you start learning
Right.
how to listen to your spouse, both sides of it now, both sides of it, but when you listen to what they're saying that makes them happy from, I don't care from where, right? Going to the grocery store or going to the mall or sex or whatever, if you start listening, then a lot of things will be resolved. Instead of trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure out something like, well, I don't know. But she been telling me. You've been telling me. And so, men, we can watch this show and we can open up.
And listen.
And we can open up and say what we got to say. Y'all bring your comments. We're going to make sure the comments all come in.
But you know what? We need more love, like for real.
Yeah.
And if you got somebody that you with, y'all, sometimes all the argument, attitudes and all that, the simple thing is just communication.
Mm-hmm.
They just need to know a little something. You need to know a little something.
Man, my wife be telling me all kind of stuff. I be like, listen now. Don't be telling me all that stuff. You going to listen? Joker.
You gonna listen today.
I like, damn.
You gonna listen today.
But that
That's
level
all
of,
it takes.
but that's the one thing that men, we really don't want to do. We just want to
see how this conversation going.
Yeah, right. Oh, we gotta go. We gotta go.
That's a wind down.
We're gonna let them talk about it on wind down. We can
get all into it.
We give y'all a little bit of this. She give you a little bit.
Tell it too much.
Can I say one thing?
Yes.
I don't mind listening, but I don't like sermons.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you gotta listen to a sermon.
Who can listen to a sermon?
Yeah. Sometimes we gotta.
Why you looking at me? Why you looking at me, Donnie? No, we ask. And we give up, we say a little something, then we ask, what the person's opinion is. Like a guy, send us some questions. Give us opinions. We'll give us some feedback.
Yeah. All right.
We'll come to a mutual agreement.
Yeah. Maybe.
Or maybe not. Y'all
Table it for another day.
Know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can have a part two sometime on
Yeah.
some stuff.
Yeah. Well, guys, we're shutting this thing down here tonight, guys, and I appreciate everybody. Man, we have a lot of people on here. Guys, I'm sorry if I didn't go through everybody's name and stuff, guys, but y'all have done an amazing job out here, man, just really commenting, getting in on it. But until next time, till next Tuesday.
Till next Tuesday.
Until Friday, right? Friday.
Till Friday.
Wind down.
Wind down Friday.
Oh, they got some good stuff set up for them, man.
Oh,
they
yeah, we
doing
do.
good.
It's gonna be
So, guys, this has been Team
BOC.
Y'all know we all up in
the building.
Well, y'all know we in the building then. Well, why y'all ain't got no music on? She put him as the DJ name.
I love you, brother.
Can I have some music before we go out here?
You know my music gonna be playing half the time.
Your music be all booty.
I was fired.
Nah.
No,
you guys, until Friday night. Right? Friday night.
They ain't no good one. See, mine will be good.
All right. Talk to y'all later. Bye.
Go ahead.
I don't know what that is.